Welcome back, Holistic Soul Sisters, to my channel. My name is Mandy Rose. I'm a holistic health coach, spiritual mentor, and astrologer. And today's video is going to be all about Aries season. Now that the sun has moved into Aries, we can party and celebrate. I'm going to dive in this video all the things that you need to know about Aries, what energy to anticipate, and also some things that you should put on your calendar for the next 30 days. So if you have your 2021 Retrograde Astrology Journal, I suggest you go ahead and grab it, open up to Aries season, and prepare to take some notes. If you don't have your journal yet, don't worry, you still have time to grab one. It's not too late in the year because we have so many more retrogrades and another 9 seasons to go and another 18 new and full moons to go in this year. So you are not far behind. Go ahead and pick up a copy in the link below and let's get started. Like I said at the beginning of the year, for every zodiac season, I was going to dress up with the energy of that season. And I today put on my most fiery, passionate outfit I could find in my closet because that's what Aries is all about. Be prepared to feel the excitement rise, feel your energy and your drive and your ambitions start to heighten. We've had a really tough start to this year with all the Aquarius energy, the lessons of Saturn, all the Pisces emotional, spiritual energy where we've just been kind of stuck in a flow the last 4 weeks. And now it is the new year. It is time for us to start running for those dreams, running for those passions. We've laid some foundation. We've gotten clear about what we wanted. We started to go inwards and find our intuition and find our guidance system on how to get to our dreams, the best way for us individually. And now as the sun moves into Aries on March 21st, we will have a 4-week period where the sun, the fiery, burning sun, is in the zodiac sign of Aries, which is also represented by fire and passion. So we have this energy being imprinted upon us right now, and we really need to harness it because for the rest of the year, we're going to have some tough transitions. We're going to have some more lessons to learn. And so we need to really make that headway now and spend these next 4 weeks running for those dreams. The other cool thing about this year in Aries season is that we have absolutely no retrogrades. There's not a single planet that's asking us to stop and pause and reflect and review and analyze. All the planets are saying, hey, let's go forward. Let's make moves right now. So the basics on Aries. Aries is a fire sign. Fire signs bring us passion, bring us fearlessness, bring us the ambition and drive that we need to go for things in our lives. So during our fire seasons, we're going to feel that passion within us. Aries is also represented by the warrior, the fearless warrior, the one who is brave and willing to get out there, willing to go do the things that seem impossible. You know, the cool thing with Aries season that I love is that it allows us to be a little less fearful. Oftentimes we have these dreams. We come out of Pisces season, which is a very dreamy sign, and we have all these dreams of what we want to accomplish. Say you want to open up a store and you have this dream and this passion to do it. Aries season rolls around and says, not only am I going to give you the passion and the drive to do it, but I'm going to give you the fearlessness that you need, the warrior, the one who just says, you know what? I don't need to be afraid because whatever comes up, I can handle it. So that's the cool thing with Aries season. If there's something you've really been putting on the back burner because fear is stopping you, know that right now you have the green light to go for that. Also, don't forget that the symbol for Aries is the ram. Charging ahead, charging forward, running towards those dreams like a little ram. Harness that energy. If that's going to be your spirit animal for the month, go for it. Put a background on your phone of a ram or a warrior over the next 4 weeks to remind you to charge forward like a fearless warrior during Aries season. Aries is the first sign of the zodiac wheel. You know, when the sun moves into Aries, it begins a brand new astrological year, a new cycle, a new beginning, a rebirth. And so when we look at a chart here, Aries is always the first chart, and it also represents our core, our personality, who we are, the way we look. It's very inward. It's very not selfish, but very inward and who we are at our core. Aries is associated with the time of our lives from birth until 7 years old. So if you think of a child up until the age of 7, they are fearless. They don't care. They just want to explore and try things. And you know what? If it doesn't work out, they don't even care. They have no ego and they just want to go for it. You know, it's that kid that's climbing climbing up on the couch, even though he might fall. The kid at the playground that's climbing way too high, even though, his mom's telling him not to. This is the Aries energy that we need to harness during these 4 weeks, because that's what's going to set our foundation. It's the first sign of the zodiac season. It's saying, let's begin. Also, what's really cool about Aries season is that the day that the sun moves into Aries on March 21st, it coincides with what we call the spring equinox. It's when the daylight is equal to the night. It's a very balanced time in Mother Nature. It's indicating that spring is here and that we are moving into this new time frame of blossoming and growing and expanding. And so for centuries, we've had sacred rituals from all different cultures celebrating the spring, celebrating the equinox when the sun is equal to the night. And it's a beautiful time. And so it really is something special to take a moment and pause as we grow into this season. It's the next chapter of Mother Nature. So not only are we celebrating astrology and the sun and the planets movement, but we're also celebrating Mother Nature and that she is allowing the spring to come and the winter to thaw and our moods to brighten and the beautiful flowers to start giving us hope for our dreams. So it really all just merges together. So this is a very beautiful season. And with no active retrogrades right now, that is super unique to Aries season in 2021. Usually at all times, there's at least one planet that's retrograde, that's asking us to reflect, to reanalyze, to redo something, to reassess something in our lives. But with no planets retrograde, it's like the green light go from the universe. Like, it's Aries season. You have that passion. You have that drive. You've created your dreams. You've gotten really clear about your goals. You've followed your intuition and your guidance systems. And you sit right here on March 21st with the green light to be fearless, be that warrior, and go towards those goals. And if you guys have been following me on social media and been paying attention to the last couple of videos, I've been mentioning this astrological New Year party I'm going to be hosting on March 21st. And if you're catching this video before then, I really hope you will join us, because this year we have so much energy that is really highlighting us to go for our dreams. And we're going to talk about that in the event. We're going to go through intention setting. I'm going to go through the entire astrological year and explain what we can expect. See, every single year when the sun moves into the zodiac sign of Aries, it's a new beginning. It's a new cycle. Pisces is the 12th sign. It's the last sign of the zodiac here. It's like, if you equate it to what we are familiar with the year, Aries season is like January, Pisces season is like December, right? So Aries is that new beginning. When we have March 21st roll around and the sun goes into Aries season, that is like New Year's Day. It's like when we start those goals and we start everything that we've been wanting to accomplish the whole year, but we just didn't have the energy to do it. So during the event, we're really going to break down the entire year and when you should do things, when you shouldn't do things, what to expect, what's coming up, and get clear about your intentions. We're going to set some manifestations. We're going to have guests that are going to come in and help us with that. Get rid of those self-limiting beliefs and those fears. We're going to learn to be a little bit more selfish and put our needs and our priorities first, so that at this time next year, when the sun goes back into Aries in 2022, we're going to be so much further along in our dreams and our goals than we are right now. Even if they're just small, it's still a step forward. Now, because the sun moving into Aries represents a brand new beginning, a fresh new start, anytime we have a new beginning in our lives, whether it's something as small as starting a new Instagram account or filing a business license, or something larger like the day that we start dating someone or get married to someone, or the birth of a child or the birth of a pet even. Anything in astrology that has a beginning point also has a birth chart. So the sun moving into Aries season is no different. We have a birth chart for this brand new beginning of this astrological year. And that's what I actually have up here on my whiteboard behind me. It's kind of deep and it takes a little bit to go into the birth chart of this new astrological year. So I'll be doing that during our astrological event on the 21st. However, I do want to highlight a few things. We have, starting out this year on our birth chart, such a vast difference from the birth chart that we had in March of 2020. You know, we were all talking just a week ago about how on March 13th last year in 2020 was the day that the world ended, the day that everything changed. When I pull up that birth chart from last year of Aries season, when the sun moved into Aries in 2020, Oh, that birth chart of last year was so indicative of what was going to happen and unfold. We saw some planets in Capricorn, very earth energy, very like discipline and structure and authority and changes along that. We had a lot of planetary placements that indicate it was going to be a rough year ahead. But I'm bringing you some good news. This year's birth chart is looking really beautiful. We have the North Node of future destiny and what we can expect and anticipate for our future in Gemini. Gemini rules communication and technology. We're going to have new innovations, new ways of communicating with people. Gemini also rules short-term travel. So being able to travel around our homes and within our countries is going to start opening up again. That wasn't the case last year. We also have a lot of planets that are moving into Pisces. This year, it's so beautiful. We have Mercury in Pisces. So the way that we communicate is a little bit more emotional with people. We have Venus still in Pisces. Our feelings of love and value and beauty being in this beautiful sign of Pisces energy of spirituality and connectiveness and emotions. So the birth chart for this year with Aries season beginning on the 21st is absolutely beautiful. And I'm going to talk a lot more about that at the event. So 4 things that are really good to do during Aries season. Number 1, do something outside of your comfort zone. You're going to be feeling a little less fearful. So it's always great to push ourselves outside of our comfort zone just to remind us that we are fearless, that we can do those things that we don't think we are brave enough to do. So pick something that is out of your comfort zone and put it on your calendar for the next 4 weeks. Number 2, Aries is a very fiery, passionate energy. So you can feel a lot of anger or aggression or, these intense emotions bubbling up when things don't go your way, or when maybe you feel a little stuck, or maybe people trigger you a little quicker and you get into that fiery state. So number 2, I would absolutely put kickboxing or something like that, some physical activity on your calendar so that you can let out your aggression in a really healthy, positive way. Number 3, start a project you've been meaning to start. You guys, now's the time to do it. If you've been meaning to get out your sewing machine and finish sewing those few items that, have been sitting in your closet for a year, do it now. If you've been meaning to start a new hobby, like you want to start painting, start it right now. If you want to open up a business or start a brand, start making those baby steps now. Aries season is all about moving forward with our goals. And like I said, we have no planets in retrograde. So that is the green light from the universe to go and put that on your calendar right now. And number 4, because we feel these emotions, these intense emotions rising up within us, Aries season is a great time to let out that anger that you've been holding against someone and release it. If you've been feeling anger rise up during Pisces season, these emotions getting heightened in the last 4 weeks, and you feel this anger or irritation or something that you need to vent about something or to someone else, write it in a letter and then burn that letter. You don't need to send it. You don't need to be aggressive. You don't need to be harsh during Aries season, even though you may be triggered to do so. Write it down in a letter and do a really special ritual to release it. Aries is going to help us get rid of that negative fiery energy and harness that passionate fiery energy. There's a difference. Now, the thing with Aries season, I want to remind you before I wrap up this video, Aries season is more about just creating the passion, creating the drive, starting the steps, coming up with the outline. It's the actual process of like taking that energy and channeling it into what you want to do, creating the plan and going for it. But the actual work, the actual like step by step, that digging in, that earth energy starts in Taurus season. So don't feel like you have to rush. This isn't a time to rush and start, doing everything you need to do to accomplish those dreams. We have an entire astrological year to go through all 12 seasons, and every single season is meant to help us on our journey in a different way. So Aries season is igniting the passion. It's raising our confidence. It's becoming more fearless. Those are the 3 things you need to worry about during Aries season. Next season, during Taurus, is when we're going to grind into the earth. We're going to start doing those practical steps, and we're going to start putting our feet on the ground and taking those baby steps forward. And then Gemini season is all about the mind. It's the intellect. So it's kind of more analyzing things. It's about getting more information. It's about researching things. So all 12 seasons have a purpose in helping us get to our goal by next year, Aries season. So don't feel like you have to do it all in 4 weeks. Just do those 3 things I mentioned, and it will start start this passionate energy. Thank you guys again for tuning in. I hope this video was really helpful for you. If there's anything you guys want me to talk about during these zodiac videos, please go ahead and put it in the comments below. I hope they give you a lot of value. And if there's anything else you're interested in me talking about from astrology, whether it's a certain topic like relationships or children or compatibility or whatever you want, go ahead and put that in the comments as well. Thank you guys for tuning in. Please hit subscribe. I've got more videos coming. And also, if you could share my video, it would literally mean the world to me. I'm looking to expand my reach, and I'm really hoping to bring more awareness to astrology so it can help people in their lives maximize their potential and also figure out what their purpose is and make more sense of chaos in their life. So thank you guys so much. Connect with me on social media. I'd love to hear from you, and I'll chat with you guys soon.